Hey Cancers, welcome to Deku Tarot and welcome to August 1st through 15th, Leo season. We're finally out of your season, and I think that you guys even knew that that was a lot. That was a lot. So how are we feeling after our own season here? We're going to talk about the astrology a little bit. We're going to talk with the Game of Thrones tarot, with the Hobbit tarot here. And we're going to kind of unravel how you're feeling, what's going on, what we can expect, what's going to be happening as I drop half the deck on the ground here. And if you guys haven't, make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel as soon as she gets back in her chair here. And check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Check out your other placements, especially so if this reading doesn't resonate with you, as it's general. It's not going to resonate with everybody. And that's why we have multiple placements and why we resonate better with them at different times. So, Cancers, we're out of your season. We're fully in Leo season. There's a lot of planets in Leo. So there's a deep sense of fixed fire in the air right now. We have the Sun in Leo, we have Venus in Leo, we have Mars in Leo, we have Mercury moving into Leo on the 11th, the same day that Jupiter actually goes direct in Sagittarius. So there's a lot of forward, almost like forward propulsion here. It's kind of how I feel for you guys. All leading us up to that midpoint in the month of that full moon in Aquarius, which is a huge time to close chapters, huge, global, massive chapters. We're going to see the world around us and politically shift in a way, I believe. But for us, it's going to bring a lot of emotions and confusion and weird stuff that we've had with emotions to the surface to be dealt with, like most full moons do. But we're going to be able to have an easier time understanding them by that point. So let's talk about how we're feeling here in the beginning of the month. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, what comes out immediately is Four of Coins. It's time to retreat back into what we know, what we've learned, and kind of live with it here. That's kind of what I get there with the Four of Coins. He's holding on to something that he really isn't going to be giving up anytime soon here. They're the two dwarves, they're down in Smaug's treasure room. They're going through the gold and stuff. So they're getting stuff that they're going to be carrying all the way back home. So this is weight that they're going to be carrying for a long time. Foundational money, foundational life here. But for me this month, it feels like going within and holding on to what we have learned this past season. What came up in Cancer season? What did we learn? What do we need to deal with still? Because, and it's strange because I was just taking a shower before this and I was thinking about, I don't really remember what started it, but I was thinking about how Cancer and Taurus both have a very Mother Earth vibe. And I always feel like, I think it may have even just been like, I was like, I don't even feel like wearing makeup or anything for the Taurus or Cancer videos ever, because I always feel that there's a sense of natural energy. There's a sense of Mother Earth energy to you guys, to both of you. And with that comes a slower ability to shift and to deal with changes that are thrown into our life. So as somebody who's a Cancer rising, I get it. It's not like it just comes to you in a second and you're just can change. Like Scorpio's a water sign that can shift and they can handle that transformation, and they're already on the other side when the other side gets there. But you guys, it takes a little bit longer. The shifts need to happen a little bit deeper. We need to live with it. And Leo season is such a fiery, fixed fire, self-focus, you in the spotlight month that you guys are like, whoa, no, I'm gonna go and crawl back in my covers. I think it's time for me to take a step back here and live with everything that I've learned, live with where I'm at right now. It's kind of, I need to settle into where I just jumped into, because it still feels like a lot, and I just got chills. Oof. Yeah, it's like you guys were asked to change. You were asked to step up in some big ways last month. A lot happened, and now you're kind of in a place where we need to still deal with it. We have to become more comfortable with this. We need to become more acquainted with it. Take our time in this change. Kind of relax into it. Let our shoulders sink down slowly here, because it feels like we're still like, what's going on? What's going on? Is someone coming at me here in Cancer season? What's about to happen? Because it was like that. double eclipses. It was a lot. In your sign and then in your opposite sign. You guys felt it. You felt it. What's in your environment, Cancer? First half of August here. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm going to take them both. Excuse me. The Devil reverse and the Magician. Amazing, right? A Devil reverse and the Magician. When I see this combination here, I feel that we are able to get ourselves out of some negative circumstances. Or again, those negative loops that were brought up, especially during that Cancer eclipse. I think, and I've been talking about this for a while because we've had, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I know it's not Jupiter. I think it's Saturn. I believe we've had Saturn in Capricorn, and it's been retrograde for a while, which has been bringing up a lot of negative Capricornian tendencies to be looked at, to be dealt with here. And that's jealousy, that's guilt tripping, that's what is that word, gaslighting. It's all those negative things. It is also the negative lines that we tell ourselves, the negative thought loops that we get stuck in. Oh, I'll never get there. And it's even like the areas where we didn't even realize we didn't feel deserving enough for things to work out for us. We didn't feel deserving, so it didn't come in. Are we blocking something? Are we blocking success? Are we blocking abundance in our life here? And I think some of you might be seeing areas where we might have stopped ourselves and we're like, oh, hey, I actually can change that now. I can move on from that. I can let that go. And I think that the letting go of whatever this devil situation was, whatever you felt caught up and stuck in, that you couldn't seem to get out of it, even if it's depression, anxiety, working through negative habits that were very hard to break, negative eating disorders, negative, again, thought loops. I think that's a huge thing for you guys, is what you tell yourself when no one's around, what you tell yourself about how successful you are, about what you can really accomplish, about who you really are, and you give yourself a lot less credit than you deserve. I have some amazing Cancers in my life, and you wouldn't expect them to be like the most talented one in the group, or like the person who's the most successful, or doing this, doing that. But they usually are, but they don't showcase that. They're not like, if a Leo were to go and be successful at something, you know, they'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I did this. Like, everybody's got to know. And you want to put that out there. They do that. You guys tend to go inwards and deal with that and say, do I really deserve this success? I don't know. Maybe somebody else should enjoy. You know, I'm just doing this for other people. There's a whole set list of like layers that come before you in terms of feeling proud of yourself and feeling truly successful, feeling really good about what you've been able to do, what you've been able to create, what you've been able to make. And I think that it's time to start taking off those layers and really seeing yourself for the amazing thing that you are here, which is that you've been able to create the world around you. You have all the tools. And I love this card because it's Gandalf the White. And I know Gandalf the White really isn't in The Hobbit, but I like that they use this imagery for certain cards in this versus the Gandalf the Grey, like of the Four of Cups. The Magician here is, he's got everything that he needs. It's Gandalf, and he's at his little pool here. He's got a crystal ball. He's got the moon. He's got the actual moon in the background. So again, there's a heavy sense of moon energy here. And I was just looking up into the sky last night, and we have that waxing moon there going on. It looked just like that. So again, right now, we're in a very powerful position. And we don't need to rush into this. I'm not saying rush into this. I'm not saying go out there and be a Leo this season, because we all know y'all can't be Leos, because that's just not your energy. I don't think I could be a Leo if I tried. As a Cancer rising, and I can't imagine a Cancer near me taking on that energy comfortably. But anyways, the Magician here is about taking what you've learned, taking how much you've grown, taking what happened in Cancer season, which, if you look at it now, was a big deal. It was big moves. You leveled up. You probably left a lot of dead weight behind here. Again, a lot of dead weight, no matter what that happens to be with that devil energy. It's toxic behaviors, toxic situations, toxic things that you felt chained to. And, you know, again, it's like you've gotten rid of the destructive qualities here that you've had. We've had awareness. We've had awareness and we've been able to move forward and out of this. And now we have this power here that's saying, you know, you can take this wherever you want. You were able to overcome this. You are actually in a better position than you might see yourself at this time. You've overcome this, and now look at where you're at. Where do you want to go with it? Magician says, you know, the tools are all in your hands. You have all the abilities that you need to make what you want to happen, to make your future the absolute best it can be. So what will you do with that here, Cancer, in this season? Will you think about it? Oh my, why are your cards flying out the way that they are? I'll take it. We're going to take it because that was, it was like boom, and shooting out across the room there, and we get the Four of Wands. I love it. Did you ever think you were going to get here, Cancer? Did you ever think you were going to be here? Did you ever think you'd get to look around your surroundings here and see that you've done it? Whether you realize it or not, whatever you've been trying to do, like, you're there. You're on the cusp of it. And if you can't look around and recognize that, then you need to change your perspective. It ain't me. It ain't the cards. It's your perspective. With the Four of Wands here, I mean, I love this card. Four of Wands for me is always kind of a relaxed feeling about getting there. Fours, I mean, we have two fours here. So we're at a nice spot to sit and think and ruminate and understand things from a different perspective, to get more comfortable. Again, like I was saying, like, to settle into where we are, because we've done a lot of work. We've been through a lot, obviously, and we had to get rid of the devil energy here, which is amazing. You guys did it. You have conquered that side. You have allowed yourself to move past that devil energy, to grow beyond it. And now we're somewhere else. We're at a place where we can stop and look at that devil reverse, and really make sure that we don't allow that back into our life here. Again, the Four of Wands is just such a good, it's a very soft, some people see it as like a twin flame card, marriage card, and maybe that's what this is all opening us up for here, is for equality and partnership, for realignment. But in reality, I think that you guys are realigning into a higher version of yourself. You have leveled up on in a spiritual way, in a way of your vibration, honestly. So make sure as you look around you this month, as you kind of settle back into yourself after your own season, because it was crazy and people are going to be talking about it for a while, the next 6 months. But as you settle back into this, you know that this is a good time to sit down and actually look at the devil reversed. Look at that situation, because it's gone out of your life now. You can say goodbye to it, but we want to make sure we don't allow that back in. And again, the Four of Rods is just very bountiful, very well-earned harmony, very well-earned prosperity, relaxation, getting there. It's also a card of moving. If you guys have had issues with moving and you're looking for a new place to stay, or you've been trying to save up for a new home or something, you can kind of make this happen this month. I think you have a lot more leeway if you've been trying to move, if you've been trying to make something happen, then you realize you're getting there. You might be looking at new places to move, might have opportunities to move, but you have to take this into your hands, okay? Know that things aren't just going to come to you this month, that you have to put out the first message, that you have to put in the effort here, because the Magician is one of your major cards, especially around that Aquarius full moon. If there's something that you want, something, an intention that you've been putting out there, something that you want to start moving forward on, I would say around mid-month, it's a great time to do so. You're going to see yourself getting there. And if you're going on vacation, you know, make the most of it. It just feels good if you're going away this month. Make the most of this month. Make sure to relax, but and to talk about, that devil reverse. And because it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, I think it was a lot of toxic relationships, a lot of toxic patterns, behaviors. And it could be even more than one thing. It could have been that you cut somebody out, but also that you had to cut out of a lot of toxic behaviors there in July, and toxic things in your headspace. It was kind of a Marie Kondo clearing out, I feel like, for you guys. So let's see people, situations, offers, events coming in August 2019 for Cancer. 10 of Coins. Yes, we will take it. Yeah, we will. Okay, I like your reading. And I think that maybe, even though you guys are uncomfortable, you should like this reading, because it's not a bad one. 10 of Pentacles. Again, something having to do with home, family, money, abundance. What is abundance to you? Time to shift in that kind of perspective, because I think that your view on abundance has changed as well. If you've been seeking out abundance and you haven't seen it growing around you, it's time to pause and really look at the abundance that isn't just in your bank account. The love, the family, the friends, the life that you have, the opportunities that are coming in. You have an opportunity this month for, again, I think a new home. I'm feeling like for a lot of you guys, there's a new home on the horizon here. If you've been trying to move, like this opportunity is coming in this month. Absolutely. I'm not surprised. It's August going into September. That's a usual time to move. But if you're going back home, if you're traveling back to your family, they could be giving you money, giving you a lot of abundance, or you could just be feeling a deep sense of camaraderie and closeness that you didn't feel before. And know that it's because you kicked out a lot of negative energies that were surrounding you, that were affecting you, whether you realize it or not. I think a lot of it, again, had to do with your mental state. And you're finally getting to a much better place here. Again, I feel like this could be a really big job step up in terms of a job, a raise, whatever this is. It's good. You guys are fine with money. Don't worry about it. That's really what I want to say here, is that this is very celebratory money energy. So if you guys, again, needed money for a home, and I just keep getting home. When I get 4 of Wands and 10 of Coins together, and the Magician, it's like you're making a home situation happen because you do have the money here together. You are either going, maybe you're traveling back home because you have the money to do it as well, or, you know, helping out with some family situations, or maybe you're going back home for a wedding and you're just feeling really tight-knit, really close, like a really great sense of camaraderie and love and happiness, a lot of abundance of all of that good stuff there with the people that you're with, the family, the friends. But again, if this doesn't resonate that way, it's money, it's a job, and it's good. You're stable, like you're there. 10 of Coins, like stop worrying. Again, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, Cancers, you guys are successful in a whole nother way this year, and you need to start taking credit for it. You need to start, you know, boasting about it a little, being proud of yourself. Stop letting other people take your spotlight. Don't let the Leos take your spotlight. And I'm laughing about it because I know most of you guys will be like, it's okay. But somebody is taking credit for what you've done, especially if they're a Leo. Don't let them do it this month. You deserve it. One more card here. Can we get 1 instead of 7? Okay. Oh, all right. Came up upright. I was like, okay, well, one of these is, okay, this isn't face down. And it's the Ace of Coins. Guys, you have money offers coming in. You have the breakthrough. If you've been waiting for a breakthrough with money, if you've been waiting for a breakthrough in terms of abundance, money, security, this is it. You hit your breakthrough by getting, sometimes it's all about what we are, if we are holding on to negative energies here with the Devil, we may not even realize that we're not in a position to receive. And by getting rid of this energy, we are now in a position to receive all the abundance we've been trying to bring in. So think about it that way. Sometimes, by the way, you know, if we don't feel like, again, like I've been saying, you know, if you don't feel like you deserve it, if you're not willing to step up and be proud of yourself, to really step up in terms of your talents and what you've been able to accomplish and say, yeah, I did that. I'm amazing. I'm wonderful. I'm amazing. I'm an incredible Cancer. And I've been through it. Like, I can keep going through it. Like, whatever. I'm amazing. If you start taking on that energy and you stop allowing things to tell you that you don't deserve it and you don't deserve to be proud and to boast and to have a good time and say, yeah, I fucking did that. And I'm proud of it and nobody else can take that from me. And, like, I deserve it. I deserve it. Start saying, I deserve this month, okay? And there it is. The Ace of Coins for me is a breakthrough. I mean, it's the Arkenstone. It's what everybody wants here by the end of The Hobbit. What does everybody want? What's the breakthrough? When we finally find the Arkenstone, that's when things start going crazy, going haywire. Not that they already haven't been, but that's what starts the Battle of the Seven Armies. And what everybody's fighting for is the Mountain and the Arkenstone, the true stone of power. So take your stone of power here. It is being put in your lap. It will bring in the money. It will bring in the abundance. It's going to bring in all that other good stuff, but you have to be ready to accept it. You need to truly believe that you deserve this, that you can have this, and that it is coming to you, because it is. It's right here. I mean, I couldn't have predicted this if I wanted to. beautiful. You have a beautiful reading here, Cancer. Beautiful. And I'm not even going to pull any more cards. We're done with it. Like, we're over it because we know that we're winners. You and Aries have such fucking positive readings. I love it. I can't even deny it. All right, let's pull some love cards here. A couple cards for love for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Cancer, for love and romance. We're going to do love readings, don't worry. I'm going to do them, I decided, before I leave. They won't be that long, but they'll be there. Okay, I'm not going to take that one because that was on the back of it. But, okay, so we have King of Swords, Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, I need these. These cards are a little bit bent right now for some reason. Okay. Oh, there it is. Strength. Okay, can we not do this today? Can we not do this today? Sorry, guys. Love when the cards just dance onto the floor like that, like all face down. So that was pretty useless, guys. Okay. The Magician and the Devil. All right, so interesting. We might have some clarity coming in about an air sign or a fire sign, about a Leo or an Aquarius here. When I see the Seven of Cups reversed, there has been a shift there in terms of, you know, let me get a sip of water here. Not water, I know this isn't water, sorry. But there's great progress here in terms of moving out of confusion in a love situation. That's weird. Sorry, I just noticed that there was like a little mark on the back of one of my cards here. But the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, I get that immediately tells me, again, I feel like emotional confusion, areas where we have not been able to define how we're feeling, what we need, and what we want, moving towards emotional clarity within a relationship or within a love situation. It's all going to happen around that Leo, not did I say Leo new moon, that Aquarius full moon. We also have the Magician and the Devil here coming up. That's interesting. I'm not going to lie, that's some interesting energy there. Because the Devil is asking us to really be aware of the destructive qualities of what we're bringing in terms of love. If you have been seeking out more attention, more affection, more sexual attention from your partner, from your relationship, and you haven't been getting it, you might end up seeking it somewhere else, and you need to be aware that that's probably not the best thing to do right now. It's not a good idea. It doesn't seem to be like you're making something good here. Rather, it seems to be that you're delving into something that definitely feels bad. So be careful of that. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that, because it just feels weird to me when I get the Magician and the Devil together, especially in this deck. It just feels sneaky. It feels underhanded. It feels like we know we could do something underhanded, so we might do it this month. And even if that opportunity is there, yeah, we have a choice, a juggling situation here. Some of you guys might have somebody else on the side here that's trying to give you attention, that's giving you that attention that you've been looking for within your relationship that you know isn't right. Or, you know, even if it's that you're single and this other person isn't, if you know something's off, you know that this energy is here, that something about this doesn't feel right, that doesn't feel good, it's time to probably drop that pentacle and go for something better. But there's a juggling here, and we're trying to see what somebody is offering, what's going on here. But if you're in this state already, know that this is what the situation is. So be careful, okay? Be careful about what Leo sees in, and it's kind of selfish energy right now in terms of love can make us do. It's not having us see things clearly, and then we're going to go into Virgo season and be like, why did I do that? That was horrible. That was a bad idea. I messed everything up. So don't give into that lusty energy that when that person shows up there, okay? Especially if they're an air or a fire sign, a Leo or an Aquarius. But it doesn't have to be either of those signs. It could even be a Capricorn, but it doesn't have to. It's just somebody that you know is bringing in that energy that you know is not going to be good, that you know doesn't feel right, that you know is sneaky. Don't be sneaky. So we're pulling a romance angel card here for you guys. We're getting children. Your love life is being affected by children. And sometimes that's needing to get back in touch with our inner child. Get back in touch with childhood enjoyment. You know, it's time to start enjoying yourself. Unrecruited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, interesting. So maybe that's what that sexy, weird energy is there. Even if you guys were to do that once, it's not going to keep it together. You're going to regret it. It's going to be a mess. Watch out for that. Watch out for the feelings of unrecruited love. Even if it's somebody that's coming into you and you know that, you know, you're like, listen, dude, it's unrecruited love. Like, go away. But it's time to have more fun, get in touch with our inner child, enjoy the month for what it is, enjoy ourselves for what it is, you know, this month. And especially in terms of love, it seems to be very healing to get in touch with the inner child here and to recognize and let go of unrecruited love situations that you know are going to bring in unrecruited love. If you start chasing somebody and then your partner finds out, and then that's an unrecruited love situation for you. So you know what I mean there, right? So let's move on to Stacey DeMarco. They ain't gonna stand for that. If you know if the other person finds out what you're doing, they're not standing for it this month. Just know that you're gonna lose that. So instead, turn your head away from that and take on this wonderful, amazing, aligned energy. Our advice and guidance from our higher self, our spirit guides for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we just take out the card here? Thank you. Barn Brack. I wanted to come out, but in the most aggressive way. Barn Brack. Interesting. This card always comes up when you need to start doing things differently, when you need to try different ways, when you need to use different tactics. Okay? When you pull the Barn Brack card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future should we choose. The sweet synergy of Barn Brack, all the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually, should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. So again, it's being more powerful together, bringing all this stuff together, and that's what the Magician is about here. He shows up in many times in your reading. You have all the tools that you need. You need to, you know, bring all these areas of your life, bring all these areas of yourself back into alignment to create the future that you want. It's not just about money. It's not just about home. It's not just about love. It's not just about spirituality. It's about all of it together. And that's what really, why we need to take a step back, go into our little Cancer shell, hold on to what we learned, and continue to work through that this month, okay? So Cancers, those are your messages for the first half of August. I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best. Thank you so much for all of your support. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Check out your other readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And definitely check out your Leo New Moon reading. It's time-stamped and up, okay? If you want to book a private reading, guys, I am away actually in Scotland from August 8th through 14th, so I will not be available for any readings during that time. If you want to email me to schedule one after, I have about one slot available left before I leave, so if you want to email me right away, email me before you send any payments until I get back on the 15th. Again, all the information is right below this video in the description box. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you guys can get $10 off of any 20-minute or longer reading. Sorry, not 20-minute, 30-minute or longer reading. I apologize. Check out my Instagram for any pictures while I'm away and daily readings. And have a wonderful and blessed first half of August, guys. I really appreciate you, and I thank you, my lovely Cancers. Namaste.